I need you to stop beating yourself up. That's what I need to happen. Because you keep thinking that you're the one swinging. You're not. You're just standing in the middle of every blow that was already thrown at you. That's all it ever is. You weren't the one creating distance between you and your dreams. You were the one absorbing it. Every punishment that missed its target found its way home in your chest. That's what happened. Punishment learned how to dress like you. It borrowed your voice, your posture, your guilt. It even learned how to love like you. Hesitant, apologetic, already bracing for the hit. You didn't build the wall, but you were born between it. I want you to understand you were raised in the echo of other people's silence. That's what you were raised in. Taught that being seen was something you had to earn and being safe was something you had to prove. Taught that they rather teach you that self-reflection is the same thing as self-control. And it's not. You keep thinking you're getting better, but in reality, you're getting smaller. They told you that pain meant you were trying. That if it burned, it must be working. But proof of what? Proof of what? What are you working for? What are we seeing? Because all I'm seeing is that you're still willing to bleed for permission. That you'll keep pushing yourself just to prove you're not the villain in your own story. That's what you'll keep doing. You let punishment get between you and living as an experience. That's what you've done. You started measuring your worth by how quickly you could apologize for existing. Every smile became a checkpoint. Every silence a sentence. And you still tried. Whew. You still tried. You tried so hard to make peace. I want you to understand you tried so hard to make peace with a voice that never once said your name with kindness. That's what you tried to do. You tried to live in the same room as yourself without flinching at the sound of your own breathing. That's what you tried to do, but that counts. I want you to understand that counts for more than anything anyone could have ever told you, because it's not failure, but it is survival learning how to walk upright again. That's what it is. Tomorrow isn't coming. I want you to understand it isn't coming the way you want it. And I know that. And it's moving through your awareness like weather. A sunrise made a memory. So who cares if the dog comes with pain? Who cares? You rose to the occasion and came back with nothing except your eyes open to your own wounds. And instead of saying this hurt for the first time, instead of admitting it, you grabbed the whip. You handed yourself the whip. That's what you did, because confession feels safer than confusion, because clarity feels like control even when it cuts you open. You mistake bleeding for progress and healing for hiding the evidence. I want you to really sit with yourself. I want you to sit with yourself. You wonder why you can't get anything done? I could just tell you right now. I'll just tell you right now why you can't get anything done. And it's really because every time that you were meant to cry, every time you were meant to cry, for people who don't understand, you lie down on the altar and offer up your softness like a currency to be traded. To be traded. You keep painting the world in versions of yourself, but the world can't love you. The world can't love you. I don't know what to say about that. It only knows how to consume you. That interview, it didn't have a heartbeat. That machine, it isn't a worker. That heartbreak didn't even have a heart in it. It's just a hollow room scream when they echo. You've mistaken that echo for company. That's what you've done. That's what you've done. So I really want you to understand. Oh, man, this is not just personal for me. This is just a tough one. Your parents did what they had to do, right? Survival taught them distance as love. So here's what we are going to do. We're going to stop punishing ourselves for surviving anymore. We're not going to kneel at the altar of almost enough. We're actually going to stop calling guilt growth. That's what we're going to stop doing. We're going to stop calling exhaustion discipline. We're going to stop performing our pain just so someone else claps for this effort. You don't owe the world your suffering to prove that you care. You just need to live close enough to feel it. Because your presence, that's the only apology worth offering. It's just true. Awareness is the only redemption worth keeping. So forgive yourself, not for being wrong, but for being far. Because you were always here. Every time that you breathe without punishment is another moment where the gap closes inch by inch. That's what it is. And when the world asks you to bleed again, you can finally say, I've given enough blood to be real. That's what you could say. Then you'll walk out. You walk out of all the scripts, all the stories that you've always hated, but not healed, because it was never about being healed. It was about being whole.